Hello and welcome back to Tea in the Deep Blue Sea with me, Victoria. Today's video is a special one because it's in celebration of National Octopus Day. I know, we have a National Octopus Day. How amazing. This is No Name here and this is Jerry. If you want to give No Name a name, let me know your suggestions down in the comments. So that's all about these two for now. Let's dive right in and learn all about octopuses. Blah, 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 blah. Octopus, octopus, octopus. Octopuses are found in every ocean around the world, from kelp forests and coral reefs to rocky shorelines and the deep. They are members of the phylum Mollusca. Their close living relatives include snails and slugs, gastropods, clams, oysters and mussels, bivalves, and closest of all being other cephalopods such as squid, chambered nautiluses and cuttlefish. There has been much debate about the correct plural for the word octopus. As it originates from a Latinized form of ancient Greek, some people claim the plural should be octopi from the Latin or octopos from the Greek. However, the correct plural is actually octopuses. As just like when any foreign word is adapted into English, it becomes inflected just like other English words, meaning the correct plural is actually octopuses. Octopus, octopus, octopus. IUCN and conservation. There are around 300 species of octopus. None live in fresh water or permanently on dry land. They come in all shapes and sizes. There are huge long-lived octopuses such as the giant Pacific octopus, and if you would like to learn more about these, click the link above, or at the end check out my National Octopus Day playlist. And then there are teeny tiny octopuses like the starsucker pygmy octopus that when fully grown could swim around in an egg cup. Many species live in warm or temperate waters, but they are still found in colder seas. Around Antarctica, they hunt for clams, drilling into their shells and injecting venoms that work at sub-zero temperatures. Octopuses have even been spotted in the deep and near scorching hydrothermal vents among tube worms. According to the 2022 IUCN Red List, their classification ranges from data deficient all the way through to critically endangered. Due to their short life cycle, most octopuses live for about a year or two, cephalopods are able to quickly adapt to the changing world. Ocean warming, driven by climate change, can cause cephalopods to grow and reproduce much faster, which may give them an edge over their competition. Threats facing some octopuses include fishing, habitat destruction, noise pollution, and a reduction in their main food source due to overfishing and marine pollution, as well as deep sea mining. Some species of octopus are hunted for food. They are fished for food because in some cultures octopus is a delicacy. Sometimes people even eat the octopus when it is still alive and still moving and sticking onto the plate. Octopuses and other cephalopods can sense sound and can be harmed by growing noise pollution in our oceans from sources such as offshore drilling, ship motors, sonar use and pile driving. A species of white octopus that lives in the deep, informally named Casper, lays its eggs on sponges that grow on nodules containing precious metals. They take millions of years to form. Deep sea mining companies want to collect these nodules to make electric car batteries, solar panels and smartphones, so Casper may not be able to have anywhere for her nursery bed. Biology. Octopuses have 8 arms and no tentacles. Their arms have suckers all the way from top to tip. To learn more about tentacles and arms, check out my Learn in 90-second video, What are Tentacles? Sometimes octopuses have less than 8 arms. If they have recently been attacked by a predator, they may have bitten off an arm in order to escape capture. This can be regrown. Their suckers can sense chemicals known as chemotactility. There are approximately 10,000 neurons per sucker, letting them taste and touch with their arms. In total, octopuses have around 500 billion neurons. Humans have around 100 billion neurons, but ours are all clustered inside our brain, whereas an octopus's 500 million are spread out through their brain and through their arms. Octopuses have 3 hearts, a systemic or main heart to circulate the blue blood around the body, and 2 branchial or gill hearts to pump it to the gills, to each of their 2 gills. Their blood is blue due to a copper containing compound within it, hemocyanin. Hemocyanin is less effective than hemoglobin at transporting oxygen. Hemoglobin is what we have in our red blood cells. So the extra hearts help pump more blood, so bringing more oxygen to the octopus to help with its active lifestyle. As well as this, they have a central brain and essentially a brain in each of their arms, totaling 9 brains. So this allows them to move their arms independently, and even when severed, the arms can continue to respond to stimuli and grab food and move it to where the mouth would be, even hours after being severed. Octopuses are thought to be colourblind and do not have a blind spot like people do. Their skin is sensitive to light. They have photoreceptors in their skin that can still react to light when detached from the body. They see with their skin and with their eyes. The information they receive from the photoreceptors across the body can help them to adapt their camouflage. To learn more about camouflage, be sure to keep an eye out for tomorrow's video on ocean camouflage and mimicry. When an octopus swallows its food, it passes through its brain, due to the brain being wrapped around the esophagus. They have the largest brain to body size of any invertebrate and even larger than some vertebrates, allowing them to behave in complex ways, in ways we didn't think possible with invertebrates. The only hard part of their body is their parrot-like beak, so this allows them to squeeze through tiny gaps, making them quite the menace when they're kept in aquariums. They are notorious for escaping and going on foraging raids where they break into nearby tanks, eat food, eat other fish, and then moving back to their own tanks. Reproduction. Octopuses tend to live a solitary life, only looking for company when it is time to mate, and even then, that is at a distance. The female octopus can strangle the male or even eat him during mating, so the male tends to reach out his specialised arm, or heterocotylus, with which he releases sperm. Fighting males often tend to try and rip each other's specialised arm, their mating arm, off, which is why the 7-armed octopus tuck their important appendage away, making it look like they only have 7 arms, even though they have 8, and then they only get their specialised arm out during mating. Males tend to die soon after mating, and females will die shortly after the eggs hatch. She will stop eating and focus on tending her eggs, usually in a den or on the seabed, or the glass octopuses brood young inside their bodies. Masters of disguise. Octopuses have chromatophores, which are star-shaped and filled with coloured pigment granules, allowing them to change the colour of their skin. They do this by stretching or shrinking chromatophores. Octopuses can change their colour up to 177 times in an hour, up to 200 milliseconds reaction time, which is faster than the fastest blink one can do. See. Chameleons change their colour hormonally, while an octopus's colour change is neural. Further skin layers to combine to produce iridescent colours, with tiny mirror-like particles that reflect and refract light. Some can even imitate texture, using muscles in the skin surface to produce lumps and bumps called papillae. Mimic octopuses can manipulate the shape of their body to imitate other animals. As well as using colour as a defence mechanism, it can also be used to help capture prey and communicate. Glowing sucker octopuses have bioluminescent suckers, so they can lure their prey into the dark depths. To learn more about fascinating deep-sea creatures, click the link above. Male Caribbean reef squid turn red to attract females and white to fend off males. Giant Pacific octopuses tend to turn very pale when stressed and bright red when angry. Venom and defence. All octopuses are venomous. The only one with venom fatal to humans is the blue-ringed octopus. They contain tetrodotoxin, or TTX. You can learn more about this fascinating but deadly creature in Monday's Species Spotlight video. Blanket octopuses have been known to tear stinging tentacles off Portuguese men of war and use these as weapons. An octopus has even been seen, once captured by a shark, to shove its arms into the shark's gills so that the shark couldn't breathe, causing this shark to let go of the octopus. Another method of defence that octopuses use is ink. Octopus ink can be deadly, even for octopuses. So octopus ink is made up of 2 secretions from 2 glands. One creates mucus that affects the thickness of the ink, the other melanin, which is what gives the ink the black coloration. Melanin is the same pigment found in dark skin, hair and eyes. The ink can impair a predator's sight, taste and smell. It may even block a fish's gills and cause them to suffocate. If the octopus cannot escape its own ink quickly enough, it can cause respiratory system damage, causing the octopus to suffocate and die.
Play and sentience.
Octopuses can play, which has been shown to be a sign of intelligence. They can use tools and retain memories, as well as using visual cues to differentiate between human individuals. Octopuses have unscrewed containers, some even screw them back up, take apart Lego sets, and open childproof medicine bottles, which even I can't do. It is possible to train an octopus. When offered a reward of food, they can learn to pick out different targets, either by touch or by sight. They can even learn to navigate through mazes. Some refuse to participate though, and even have snapped the lever off that provides the food. Octopuses have seen partaking in spontaneous activities that serve no obvious purpose other than enjoyment, such as using their water jet to push a bottle across the tank and waiting for that current to bring it back to them, and then doing it again and again. This is akin to a child bouncing a ball against a wall. 2 octopuses in 2 different places have been seen squirting a bright light bulb with water until it went out. They seemed to understand what they were doing. Some octopuses can take a disliking to certain people and intentionally drench them with water whenever they walk by. Some octopuses have been seen carrying coconut shells. This is seen as planning, as they later use them to hide inside of. This is an example of complex tool use. In 2009, Australian biologist Julian Finn spotted an octopus in Indonesia carrying 2 halves of an empty coconut shell. It walked across the seafloor using some of its arms as legs, and then later sealed itself inside the 2 coconut halves. Other octopuses have been shown doing this, and some with clamshells. Assembling and then disassembling a mobile shelter from separate items is an example of complex tool use, something that was thought only birds and mammals could do. They use this to show they have a sense of planning, they have foresight. Octopuses were so smart they are designated honorary vertebrates. Scientists have to have a license to work with them in captivity. In 2012, a group of prominent neuroscientists signed the Cambridge Declaration on Consciousness, stating that human beings are not unique in having the nerves and brain cells to generate conscious feelings. All mammals and birds are similarly well endowed, as are octopuses. Octopuses are sentient beings. The scope of the Animal Welfare Sentience Bill was updated on the 19th of November 2021. This has been extended to recognise lobsters, octopus, crabs and all other decapod crustaceans and cephalopod mollusks as sentient beings. Bonus fact! An interesting fact about octopuses is that they sometimes team up with fish to pursue prey, but they may not always get along, research suggests. Octopuses can get a little salty and randomly start punching their hunting partners, sometimes out of spite. Yes, screw those fish. Researchers have shown that sometimes they punch the fish out of the way so they can get the prey, but in other situations there is no known obvious advantage to the octopus, and it seems they are doing it out of spite. So that was my video all about octopuses. I hope you have enjoyed it and learnt something new. If you have, make sure to leave a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you aren't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and this celebration of National Octopus Day. Around today there are lots more videos I am posting all about octopuses. You've got the Great Pacific Octopus, you've got the blue ringed octopus, what are tentacles. There is loads of octopus videos coming your way. At the end of this video I will link the playlist that will keep being updated throughout the rest of the week with more octopus content for you all. So make sure to check that link at the end of the video to see much more octopus content. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Octopus, octopus, octopus. Blah, 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 blah.